Halfwheel's coverage of the 2022 PCA Convention and Trade Show is brought to you by Drew Estates Nica Rustica Adobe.
Hi, it's Charlie Minato, also of Halfwheel. Actually, I don't really know when these videos are running, but I'm also of halfwheel.com. This is what's in your bag, a great idea I had many years ago that now becomes a real annoyance as we try to rush to get to dinner. So these are the tools, more or less, that I use to cover the trade show. So in my pocket, not what's in my bag, I have a small Kershaw knife. This won't get used very much going forward, but it is helpful to open up things like liquor bottles or bottles of tequila or bottles of rum. Also in my pocket, other pocket, I have a lighter. I've had many Blazer PB207 micro torches, but I don't know. I bought one kind of on a whim maybe not a couple, 6 months ago, and it remains one of the best single flame torch lighters there is. I don't smoke that many cigars on the trade show floor, but I always do like having a single flame lighter here. Uses a lot less fuel. I also have a pair of the Sony W something or others. WF1000 MX4. These are in-ear wireless noise-canceling headphones in case I don't want to listen to anyone else try to talk to me. So, in terms of what goes in my bag, there's going to be this, which is the Peak tripod. Patrick and I have very similar ones, so that will go in there. I carry around this bag of cables, and so iPhone sort of lightning cables, USB-C adapters, SD card readers, all sorts of things. This travels with me, lives in my bag permanently as well. So also in the bottom of the bag, I have my red notebook, sort of for big picture thoughts. You've heard me talk about it before. Who knows if I've used it since last year. At the bottom of the main pocket is some extra business cards. Goes back there. And also in the bottom of the bag is one smaller Anker battery backup. Now, close this. I guess technically this probably is going to go in the bottom of the bag, so it's just a bag with a Bovida pack. I think we've mentioned this before, but we don't take anywhere near as many samples home from this trade show as we used to. I would say I am the one that brings home the least amount of cigars, and that's not because I don't, because I smoke them all here. Rather, I just try to not take things that I'm not going to end up smoking, and that's quite frankly most of the cigars here in dry Las Vegas. So in this top pocket, all sorts of pens, my beloved discontinued Pilot envelope writing pens. If you have some, contact me, particularly in the broad 1mm size, or extra broad, I forget. A COVID mask, I suspect one of the five of us is going to come home with COVID. I have a random Martin Truex Jr. koozie. I think there may be two. Oh, no, Wake Forest. Do you have one of these, Kyle? Yeah, see. Roll the spade something or other. Oh, see, like, yeah, no. Unrivaled by any, unless you don't have one. Two koozies, which will be absolutely fucking useless here in Las Vegas. A pair of AirPods Pros, some gum. I guess this probably doesn't actually go in my bag, but typically in my pocket. These are a Moleskine flip style notebook. This one's, I think, been to 2 or 3 trade shows, probably has 1 or 2 more left. So as Patrick mentioned, computer doesn't really go in the bag, but this is a 16-inch MacBook Pro. It is my computer. It lives here in the bunker, but does go home, I guess, at night. Also in that back pocket is a file folder that's got some documents, surveys that we do here. And then around my neck or somewhere on my person is the, PCA 2022 badge. And if you're wondering about the bag, I believe this is new for this year. I don't think I had it last year. It's a Tom Bin something or other design studio bag. I had a Tom Bin bag back in the day, and I was using, God, what brand was that? I was using a bag, one of the luggage companies, forever, and I came back from last year's trade show and realized that the bag had a small hole that was developing and decided it was time to go ahead and get a new bag. I like this one. It's not as great as covering the trade show with this bag, but it works pretty well in everyday use, and I guess we'll see how it is walking around with this for as long as possible. So, for more information about the 2022 PCA Convention and Trade Show, you can check out halfwheel.com.
Halfwheel's coverage of the 2022 PCA Convention and Trade Show is brought to you by Drew Estates Nica Rustica Adobe.